Connect Bangalore is brought to you by JLL, Lendlease, and is powered by Unisu. Govind discusses how PropTech can help Realtors drive down the customer acquisition costs by 66%.
Hello world. When you're going to look at my first slide of the presentation, you must be wondering what this guy is really talking about. PropTech helping into the reduction of cost of acquisition of the customers. Fair. But how did he arrive at this 66% story? I'm Govind. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Totality. We saw a dream which we are slowly seeing turning into a reality. And before I start off with my presentation, let me tell you, the experience that we are sharing, we have experimented it in the country called India. That's where we live. But it doesn't really mean that what we are going to talk about is just applicable for this country. We believe if not the 100% of it, then 50% of it for sure, that subset is applicable for countries like UAE, US, and UK. So let's get started, my dear friends. Let me take you to this hustling, bustling city which we call Mumbai. Bandra Kurla complex there, which we call BKC, is the financial hub of India at this point of time. And there is a building, 30-story big. At the top floor, there sits a real estate owner, and he calls his land acquisition team. And he asks them, "Hey, John, I wanted to acquire this land at X price. It's costing me a bomb. It's 10% extra. It's going to eat away my margins. How am I going to cope up with this?" The team replies, "There's not much we can do. The land prices are only going to go up. There's nothing we could do. Can we do something about the construction part of it? Can we get the cost down there?" And then the construction team gets in and they say, "There's nothing much we can do. We can increase the efficiency. We can increase the speed with which we are building it, but cost, I'm sorry, we cannot do much about it. Let's call the marketing team. Maybe they can do something about it." And the marketing team arrives and they are like, "We cannot do much here because we have to sell this inventories at a high velocity. If we want to sell it faster, we need more money, we need more exposure. There's nothing much we can do." And that's, my dear friend, it's a dilemma. If not just one company in India today, it's across the borders. What do we do about it? Now, let me take you a little back. What we have witnessed in the last 10 years, there was a time when in India, you could just market your inventory or your project at just 1% of the cost of your project. But today, the cost for marketing has gone as high as 10%. And that's where, my dear friends, we saw an opportunity. So how do we keep the margin intact for our real estate developers? And that's the hustle we started upon. And we realized something was missing in the pie. What was it? Let me take you back into 1980s. That's when the computers started coming in. That's where we saw the first wave of digitization with Excel sheets coming in. And now things were being done differently. And the next wave that followed brought along with it many solutions which were driven by technology. CRM, ERPs, site management tools, and plethora of such options. Anything that could offer efficiencies, real estate developers and real estate fraternity were lapping them up. But over time, there was too much of a crowd, there was too much of a noise. People were confused which software to use, which is the right solution, and which is not. And that's where a new problem arrived, which we call as a problem of too many. So let me take you to another building in the same city, Mumbai. A real estate owner calls us, "Hey, Govind, there's a problem, buddy. Can you solve it?" And the next thing we know, we land in his office, in a conference room. There are already 6 people sitting in there. He introduces us to the first team. "Hey, this is Gautam, and he represents the government organization. We are doing this project in private-public partnership together. He has a software which we cannot make much sense of, but he says he wants to stick to this software. Every customer has to first engage on their software. The problem starts, this software is not able to talk to our CRM or our ERP. The second problem that we have, the CRM of ours and the ERP, they are not talking to each other as well. And the next problem that we have, this is my call center team. They have their own interface. They want to stick around on their own platform. And these systems are not talking to each other. That means by end of every night, I have to take the data from one platform, upload it on the second platform, and do it time and again. And the last bit of the whole puzzle, my site management team so far has been working of taking the inquiries in a physical form on a paper format. Can we digitize it? And the biggest challenge about all of it, can all this be put together into one platform, one unified interface where I do not really have to worry about any manual intervention? There's no scope of human error. And at the same time, my team is not juggling between multiple platforms. Can you do anything about that? We were fortunate. We were already working on something of this sort. We knew that there's a possibility that tomorrow people are going to face the problem of too many. And then, what did we do? We're going to talk about it in the next of the slides. But before that, let me take you to this problem with the help of this slide. The slide is named as the legacy system. What do we mean by it? It all starts with the lead capture. Then the information is distributed across all the softwares and all the platforms which are aligned for the lead. And then it moves to the site management tool, the CRM, and the ERPs. And if there's referral that is happening, that can happen via manual possibility, or there's already a tech involved there. All of it happening without any synergies. The synergy where all the data could actually come to one place. If a customer actually came to the site, we were no more creating a lead funnel, which was only about the phone number and the email IDs. Maybe we could extract more. How? Imagine a customer coming in and he talks about, this is my phone number, this is my email ID, this is the kind of family that I have, this is what I earn, and this is where am I coming from. Imagine if you merge that data with the Google Business integration as well, there's a subset that we can create at the site management level itself. A tool as efficient which could really tell you where the customer really come from. How exactly did he come? Which is the route that he really took. Going forward, the same data actually travels through the whole system. That means it is not just the repeated site visits we are talking about, but also at the time of booking, the same funnel continues. And when we say that, that's where the second element gets in. After booking, most of the times, we don't really bother about what the customers are really going to do, what are they going to be living, how are they going to living, how are they really engaging with my brand, or how are they really engaging with the residential premises. And that's where we saw an opportunity where we felt, if you're going to be looking at a long-term solution, why not engage them after the booking as well? What you see in this slide is what we call the third wave, the ecosystem. Imagine a possibility where a customer arrived on your site, and you're not just asking about his phone number and email IDs anymore. You're asking him more. What? You're asking about what's the family size he has? What's his earning? From where is he coming? Where is he working? Where is he staying? In 30 seconds, you extract more information. All that information actually goes into the funnel. And it is traveling till the time he makes the booking. When he makes a repeat site visits, there could be more aware conversations that can take place. And that's the start of the ecosystem, where one platform is continuously talking to each other, and the data that is traveling along is a bigger lead funnel. Because this data that we can actually capture, the kind of analytics that we can actually derive from it, it can give a new insight altogether. On this part of it, this is where I wanted to pause and tell you a new possibility. Imagine, in today's world, what if we were able to trace the data beyond the booking of the customer? In India, most of the times when the booking gets done, we are not bothered about the customers anymore. They can go live the life they want to. But imagine if they really were engaged with us, if we knew how they are interacting with the brand, what are they doing into the premises, how they are engaging with them. With the integration of the society management tool offered by the developer themselves, there's a new set of behavioral patterns that we can really gauge. And there's a new set of data insights that can come along. From the previous data that we had to the new data that we really add, there's a new sets of data that we start churning. And while with the integration of AI and ML can be done on the same, the eventual analytics that we'll be able to derive is going to be throwing us with the kind of numbers and the behavioral patterns which we never had before. This is what we call as totality. This is the future ecosystem that we wanted to move towards. This is the future that we really see where customers are no more just customers. They are the stakeholders. Their engagement with us are continuously being mapped, and their experience with the real estate owners and the brands can be taken to the next level altogether. So to summarize it, we have done a few case studies and we realized the effectivity could be as better as 66% reduction into the acquisition cost of the customers. We mainly worked upon few data sets. The primary data, which was coming from media and marketing optimization, becomes the first one of it. The second is the historical database that we want to trace in terms of what the developers has really done in the past. When we add the new data sets of how the customers are behaving with the brand after making the purchases and the booking, and when they start living in the premises. The fourth data sets come from the channel partners, which is the brokers, where we realize how are they engaging with the brand, how are they selling, what inventory are they selling, what ticket size are they selling. If we have all of it while increasing the lead funneling of the data sets that we are trying to capture at the beginning level and what travels till the end, we can create a new system altogether, my dear friends. And that's what we call the third wave, the ecosystem. So this is it from my end, dear friends. We will keep evolving the platform. We will keep working hard. We'll keep hustling. And it would be a great opportunity if any of you, or maybe all of you, can collaborate with us to make the system more efficient, share more knowledge, and let us know if you feel this opportunity is something that we can collaborate upon. We promise you the idea is not to just make sure that we keep the cost of acquisition down for the developers, but the real idea is to ensure, can we really make real estate more affordable? If in case we can keep the margin intact at one place, the developers can offer the inventories and the homes at a lower cost possibly. And that is where this hustle begins, and we will continue hustling. Thanks a lot, my dear friends. It was lovely talking to you, and I hope we'll hear from you. Thank you.